Royalty Soaps. Today I am making the very first soap in our fall collection. It's called Fernwood Fall. I'm going to be putting up some pictures and like a little scroller right now of my Pinterest board so you can kind of see what I was inspired by and the vibe and aesthetic I'm going for. We have a cranberry soap coming up. We have sort of a cottage aesthetic coming up. This collection to me feels more natural, I would say. It has a lot of those woody colors for autumn. I think it's going to be fabulous. For those who don't know, the name of my property is Fernwood. So a lot of the things that I made for this collection are inspired by things on my property, around my property, in the general area where I live. That's Poetry, Texas. Yes, I legit live in a place called Poetry. It's fantastic. But today's video is very much inspired by pretty pumpkins. So this is sort of an alternative look to the pumpkins. It's like the pink, the black, the pastel orange, and the bright orange, like that sort of general color palette. It's a little more trendy, I would say. I've had a lot of requests to do a pink, black, and orange soap over the years, especially in an October collection. So I did my best. I think it looks really good. There's a paranormal color morph. I know you guys love that. Let's make some soap. This soap is for everyone who wanted sort of like Halloween-y colors, but didn't really want Halloween-y fragrances. You know what I'm talking about? Nature's Garden has some really great autumnal fragrances. Autumn Walk, Witch's Brew, and most of them have some cinnamon or cardamom or something like that in there. It's a little bit spicy, a little more earthy, but a lot of people that follow me and a lot of people that buy my soaps like the fruity smell. So I'm going to give you all of the autumnal colors, none of the autumnal fragrance. So let's go ahead and just blend this up real quick on a high right here. This one right here. Alright, so we have our mixture all blended up. It's very runny, but there's no oil sitting on the top, and there's no lye water solution unincorporated on the bottom. So I'm going to split it off into 5 buckets. We're going to make them as equal as possible, though it's not a big deal if they're kind of, you know, one is a little fuller than another one. Okay, I'm going to scrapey my big container. I'm going to scrape out as much as I possibly can because we are doing it in the pot swirl today, and I don't want any unincorporated batter showing up in my final bars. I want everything to be colored. Okay, I think I got everything. The batter's looking good, so let's move along to colors and fragrance. So for the fragrance, I have my own custom blend. It is not a secret sauce blend. I'll tell you exactly what's in it. It is 50% mango sorbet from Nature's Garden and 50% fresh raspberry from Brambleberry. All right, let's talk colors. So we're gonna start by adding in some tickled pink. This is from Mad Micah's. That's all it is tickled pink, no other colors. And then we're gonna add in some tickled pink into this container, but we're also going to add some titanium dioxide. So we're gonna go for a more pastel pink. Next, we're gonna move on to orange. This is a blend of Tequila Sunrise and Cheesy Poof. Those are from Mad Micah's. Then we have just some regular old Cheesy Poof. It's not blended up with anything. Mixed with some titanium dioxide to make a slightly more pastel orange. And finally, we have some black oxide. I'm gonna start from the lighter colors and then move on to the darker colors because obviously it's going to be very difficult to get that black off of my stick blender. All right, let's blend them up. Now, if you're looking at this and going, Madam, this is not pink, this is red, you'd be right. The fresh raspberry fragrance oil does this paranormal color morph, and it goes from this to a hot pink after sitting for 24 hours. It's really, really cool. Now I let this set up for a little bit so that hopefully we get a chunkier, just better looking pour. So I'm gonna start by pouring in all of our bright orange. I'm gonna scrape all that out. I'm not gonna keep any of it. Then I'm going to pour in some of my black to one side, about half of it. On top of that, I'm going to pour in all of the pastel pink. I'm gonna go ahead and scrape that out. All of the pastel orange. I'm not going to scrape that out. All of the red. Not going to scrape that out either. And of course, it's red now, but it'll be hot pink later. And again, more black onto the very top. And I'm gonna scrape that a little, but not very much. Now it's time to pour into our large slab mold after this quick commercial break. All right, and it's time to start pouring. So I can already tell this is gonna be exactly the type of swirl that I wanted. Everything is thick enough, nothing is blending too much. And whenever you're working with a black, that's what you wanna see. You don't want that black to overwhelm all the other colors. Now I have to be careful. I almost never talk about whenever I scrape buckets with black in them, but I always scrape out one side and make sure I push it all out of the mold, because black, it can just discolor everything so quickly. I don't like to take any chances. It is far better for me to get that out before I scoot any more down. Now, because this is thick, I'm gonna tap it down once before I add the colors. Awesome, and now I can take those extra colors I saved and slap them on top. I'm gonna focus on the parts that kind of have an unsightly color blend so we can get that covered up as much as possible. This may take a while, so enjoy the music. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna swirl the top, but not how we normally swirl it. I'm gonna wanna make sure that some of these bigger chunks are incorporated. So I've cut off a bit of a pipette and I'm using that to swirl everything. I'm focusing on the heavily mushy areas, trying to get rid of globs if I see them. I think that looks pretty good. I'll go ahead and wipe down the edges. This will make for an easier cleanup tomorrow whenever we unmold everything. And I'd just like to say that this color palette is kind of inspired by a couple of the accounts I follow on Instagram that I get a lot of inspiration from. Thread Mama has it. Stephanie Hannah Blog has it. Mimi and Lay kind of has it. It's just this pinky orangey look, and all of their autumnal DIYs were so cute. All right, we're gonna leave it just like this. I'm not gonna add any glitter to this soap. I'm gonna take a little break for one soap this month for the glitter, so that people who, don't necessarily want glitter on their soap, well, here's a great bar for you. And this is what our pretty pumpkin soap looks like up close. I hope you guys like the colors. I can't wait for you to see. We'll be back in 18 to 24 hours to split the slab into loaves and cut the loaves into bars after. You know what's next? You know it. Go ahead and say it. That's right. This quick commercial break. Well, how is that for a paranormal color morph? Everything is back to normal. No more icky red colors, no more mismatched tones. It looks so good. I'm honestly really, really pleased with this kind of like orange creamy color right here. Let me just line her up, press down, nice and smooth. Okay, which one should I pick to pull out. Maybe this one, it seems like it has a lot of color in it. Oh. Just kidding! Okay, this is a little more like it. We wanted it to look a little more like this. You can definitely tell that some colors were thicker than others, which is great because even in the areas where colors are sitting very close to one another, they're not blended, which of course is always my pet peeve, is having over blended colors or colors that mix together. Wow, look at that. And honestly, bigger blocks of color like the pink here and maybe even like the orange on here actually makes the soap look more like a stone, in my opinion, you know, kind of like a geode or something. Wow, look at this end piece. Now, for those of y'all who wonder, the end pieces are used as samples. Unfortunately, we didn't have any sample sets for the October release, but we will for the November release. So if you missed your samples for October, we will have them with the Fernwood fall collection in November. Wow, look at this. Every single bar in this batch looks like it could have been poured from an entirely different batch. Let's cut one of the end pieces and see what we think about that. There we go. Press down. Pull some out. Whoa, look at that. That looks crazy. I'm glad that the oranges are holding true in these bars. Look at this one. Hold on. I bet this looks like a face. It does. It looks like a little weird face. How's that for the paranormal color morphing though? Pretty good, right? This looks like a cyclops with a smile. I mean, I'm not sure I could have done that more perfectly if I had literally set out to accomplish it. Okay, question of the day. Do you like spooky or do you like cute spooky? Spooky is what I cannot do it. It's gory, it's yucky. Cute spooky is little spiders, little happy bats, pink and yummy, delicious treats, and like old-fashioned spooky. That I can tolerate a little more, even though it still kind of creeps me out, and that's why I don't do Halloween soaps. I'm creeped out by it. I don't like it. It all gives me the ick. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Leave me a comment down below letting me know other things you would like to see on this channel. If you see a suggestion or a comment that you really agree with, give them a thumbs up. That way I know how much interest is actually in each individual idea down there. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram for more short form content, fun polls, and just giveaways, that kind of stuff. The things people do on Instagram and TikTok. Be sure you do something fun for yourself today, whether that is going and painting a pumpkin with spray paint and some like gold glitter. There's so many cool ways to decorate pumpkins now. People have gotten so creative. This is one of the things that makes me grateful for social media because you can really cater to all people and all of their like aesthetics and stuff. So go decorate a pumpkin. Go get some fall decor if that's what you're into. I don't really care what you do. Just be sure you do something fun for yourself, and I will see you guys on Friday in the next video. So until then, bye for now. Meow.